Move, boy! You're blocking the door! The executive's voice cuts across the marble lobby. Isaiah steps aside, mop in hand. Coffee drips from his worn boots. The woman in Prada just walked through his cleaning bucket without looking. God, they let anyone work here now? She flips her hair, laughing into her phone. No, seriously, I almost touched him. I need hand sanitizer. Isaiah's jaw tightens. He bends down, wringing out his mop. I'm sorry, ma'am, he says quietly. I'll clean this up right away. Around him, 50 people in $1,000 suits keep walking. Nobody looks at him. He's invisible. Then a voice, clear, shaking but determined, breaks through. Excuse me? He's a person. With a name. The lobby goes quiet. A young woman in a simple gray dress stands by the elevators. Her hands tremble as she stares down the Prada woman. His name is Isaiah. Isaiah looks up. For the first time in 6 weeks of this experiment, someone has asked his name. Someone sees him. He doesn't know it yet, but his life just changed. 48 hours earlier, Isaiah Bennett sits alone in a penthouse that costs more than most people earn in a lifetime. Floor-to-ceiling windows frame the city skyline. His reflection stares back. Exhausted eyes, expensive watch, empty apartment. On the coffee table, Forbes magazine. His face on the cover. Tech mogul Isaiah Bennett, from code to real estate empire. Net worth, $2.8 billion. He picks up his phone and scrolls through old photos. There's Veronica, his first fiancée. Beautiful smile. He proposed after 8 months. She said yes. Then the prenup came. Her lawyer wanted $60 million if they divorced. When Isaiah's lawyer said no, Veronica was gone within a week. Then Amber, smarter, waited 2 years before showing her cards. He thought she was different. Until his security team found the recording, Amber laughing with her friends at brunch. I don't love him. I love his portfolio. That penthouse view? Worth it. Isaiah sets the phone down. His hands shake. Dr. Carter, his therapist, asked him last week a question he couldn't answer. When was the last time someone saw you as just Isaiah? Not the CEO, not the billionaire, just you. Now, sitting in this empty palace of glass and steel, Isaiah makes a radical decision. He's going to disappear. 6 weeks ago, Isaiah walked into the HR office of Whitmore Properties, one of his own buildings, under a fake name. Isaiah Johnson. No college degree listed. References from previous janitorial jobs, all verified by his CFO, James. The HR manager barely looked at his application. Minimum wage, night shift, you start Monday. That night, he moved into a studio apartment in Queens. 400 square feet, shared bathroom down the hall. The mattress smells like cigarettes from the previous tenant. His experiment had one rule. Find someone who treats him with basic human dignity when he has nothing. No money, no power, no status, just Isaiah. The first week was educational. People don't see janitors. They walk through you like air. Isaiah learned to move his cleaning cart out of the way before executives even noticed it was there. He learned the specific tone of voice people use when they want you to disappear. Not rude exactly, just blank. The second week, things got worse. A man in a suit dropped his coffee cup on purpose. Didn't spill, just set it on the floor next to the trash can. Looked straight at Isaiah. Walked away. Isaiah cleaned it up. That's the job. Week 3 brought jokes. Hey, bet this guy's got a better credit score than you, Tom. Laughter in the break room. Isaiah was mopping right outside. They knew he could hear. That was the point. Week 4 brought something uglier. Someone wrote on the bathroom wall. The words were specific and racist. Isaiah reported it to building management. They painted over it. Nobody ever asked who wrote it. Week 5, Isaiah started keeping a notebook, tracking every interaction on a simple scale. Did this person acknowledge my humanity? Yes or no? 53 people tested, 53 failures. Then came week 6. Then came this morning. Then came Lily Morrison, standing in that lobby, saying his name like it mattered. Now Isaiah sits in his real penthouse. After every shift, he returns here, showers, puts on his real life like a costume, and opens his laptop. He pulls up the employee database and types her name. Her file appears. Age 28, hired 2 years ago. Salary $42,000 a year. Performance reviews, meets expectations. Nothing special, nothing outstanding, just average. But there's a note from 6 months ago. She declined a promotion. Reason: need to care for sick family members. Cannot commit to additional hours at this time. Isaiah clicks through to her emergency contact. Susan Morrison. Mother. He shouldn't dig deeper. This violates every privacy policy he wrote for his own company. He digs deeper anyway. Susan Morrison has multiple sclerosis, medical bills in collections. Lily's paycheck is garnished 15% every month. Isaiah closes the laptop and stares at the city lights. James, his CFO, calls. So, day 43, any progress? Isaiah thinks about Lily's hands, how they shook when she defended him, how she looked the Prada woman straight in the eye and didn't back down. Maybe, Isaiah says. I need to be sure. Brother, you've tested 800 employees across 6 buildings. This woman is the first person who's passed. What more do you need? Isaiah doesn't have an answer, just a feeling, something fragile and terrifying, like hope. 1 more week, he tells James. I need to know if it's real. He hangs up and returns to the employee file, stares at Lily's photo, a standard corporate headshot, slightly awkward smile. Tomorrow, he goes back to being invisible, back to the mop and the stained uniform and the people who look through him. But tomorrow, he'll also watch Lily Morrison. And maybe, just maybe, she'll prove that goodness still exists in a world that's forgotten how to see it. Lily Morrison's alarm goes off at 5:30 in the morning. The sound drills through her dream. She slaps the phone silent and stares at the ceiling. Water stains form a map of countries that don't exist. Her roommate Jenna is already gone. Night shift at the hospital. The apartment smells like instant ramen and yesterday's coffee. Lily pulls on the same gray dress she wore yesterday. It's professional enough, clean enough. Nobody looks at accounts payable anyway. The subway is packed. A man's briefcase digs into her ribs. She doesn't complain, just shifts her weight and counts stops. 15 minutes to work. She can survive anything for 15 minutes. At her desk by 7:45, Lily opens her email. 83 unread messages. Most are automated payment reminders. Some are angry vendors whose invoices are 60 days overdue. She didn't create the delays, but she's the one who has to answer for them. Her phone buzzes. Text from the pharmacy. Prescription ready for pickup, balance due, $847. Lily's stomach drops. She opens her banking app. Available balance, $340. Rent is due in 6 days. That's $650. Even if she skips the prescription, she's short. She closes the app and takes a slow breath. The fluorescent lights hum above her cubicle. Someone microwaves fish in the break room. The smell makes her nauseated, but she hasn't eaten breakfast. There's half a sandwich in the office fridge from yesterday. She'll eat that at 2 when nobody's looking. Her phone rings. Unknown number. She almost doesn't answer. Miss Morrison, this is Memorial Hospital billing. I'm calling about your mother's account. Lily's hand tightens on the phone. I'm making payments. I understand, but the account is now 90 days past due. The current balance is $18,400. The number sits in Lily's chest like a stone. Her mother's insurance denied the last round of treatment, called it not medically necessary. Susan Morrison can barely walk some days. Without medications, she'd be bedridden. "I'll call you back," Lily says, and hangs up before the woman can respond. Around her, the office hums with normal life. Someone laughs at a YouTube video. Two managers discuss their weekend golf game. Lily opens a spreadsheet and pretends to work. At lunch, she walks 3 blocks to the food pantry on 7th Street. The line stretches around the building. Lily stands behind an elderly man who smells like wet cardboard and in front of a young mother with 2 kids. Nobody makes eye contact. That's the unspoken rule. When Lily reaches the front, the volunteer hands her a box. Canned soup, rice, pasta, peanut butter, bread that expires tomorrow. "Thank you," Lily whispers. She carries the box back to the office. Her arms ache. The cardboard is damp and threatens to split. She takes the service elevator so nobody sees her. In the basement storage room, she hides the box behind cleaning supplies. She'll take it home tonight after everyone leaves. Her phone buzzes. This time it's her sister Kendra, 16 years old, bright, so bright it hurts. "Lily, did you see? I got accepted!" Lily's throat tightens. The letter came last week. State University, full academic scholarship. Kendra's dream. "I saw, honey. I'm so proud of you." But the scholarship doesn't cover housing. They say I need $4,000 for the dorm and books and... "We'll figure it out," Lily says. She has no idea how. "You're going to college. I promise." After they hang up, Lily sits in the storage room for 10 minutes. The concrete floor is cold through her thin dress. Somewhere above her, the building continues. Meetings happen, deals close. People earn salaries and go home to houses with heat and food and futures. She stands up, smooths her dress, walks back to her desk. At 3:15, she sees Isaiah emptying trash cans on her floor. He moves quietly, efficiently. Most people don't even glance at him. Their eyes slide right past him like he's part of the furniture. Lily catches his eye and smiles. "Hi, Isaiah. How's your day?" He looks startled, then grateful. "Better now, Miss Morrison. Thank you for asking." It's such a small thing. A smile, a question. It costs her nothing. But Isaiah's expression makes her chest ache, like she just handed him something precious. She doesn't know that Isaiah will remember this moment, that he's tracking every interaction in a notebook, that she's the only person in 6 weeks who's asked him how he's doing. She just knows that some people are invisible in this building. And if she can help someone feel seen, even for a moment, maybe that's enough. The next morning, Lily arrives at work and something feels different. The security guard at the front desk, Marcus, who usually just waves her through, stops her. "Miss Morrison? Someone left this for you." He hands her a small envelope, cream-colored, heavy paper, no return address. Lily opens it in the elevator. Inside, 8 $100 bills and a handwritten note on plain white paper. "For your mother's medication. From someone who sees your kindness." Her hands start shaking. $800. Exactly what the pharmacy said she owed. She reads the note 3 times. The handwriting is neat, careful, masculine. Who would do this? Who even knows about her mother? The elevator doors open. Lily steps out but doesn't go to her desk. Instead, she walks the floor, looking at faces, trying to find someone who might have left it. Everyone is buried in their screens. Nobody looks up. At lunch, she sees Isaiah in the cafeteria. He's on break, sitting alone at a corner table with a vending machine sandwich and a bottle of water. The table wobbles when he sets down his food. Lily makes a decision. She buys 2 coffees and walks over. "Mind if I sit?" Isaiah looks up, surprised. His eyes widen slightly. Around them, conversation dips. People glance over, then away. "Of course, Miss Morrison, please." Lily sits down. The plastic chair creaks. She slides 1 coffee across the table. "I got you this. Thought you might need it." Isaiah stares at the coffee like she just handed him gold. You didn't have to. I wanted to. Lily wraps her hands around her own cup. The warmth seeps into her palms. Can I ask you something? Anything. How do you do it? Stay so calm? People here. She trails off, not sure how to finish. Isaiah is quiet for a moment. He takes a sip of coffee, and something passes across his face. Relief. Gratitude. Something deeper. I've learned that people show you who they are when they think you don't matter, he says. His voice is soft but clear. The ones who treat you well anyway? They're rare. Worth holding on to. Lily feels something shift in her chest. This man, this janitor in a stained uniform, speaks like he's seen things, lived things. There's wisdom in his eyes that doesn't match his job title. I think you matter, she says quietly. Isaiah's hand pauses on his coffee cup. For a moment he looks like he might cry. Then he smiles. Thank you, Miss Morrison. That means more than you know. Across the cafeteria, Cassandra from HR watches them. She leans over to her lunch companion and whispers something. They both laugh. Lily catches the tail end. Slumming it with the help. Lily's face burns, but she doesn't move, doesn't leave. She stays right where she is and asks Isaiah about his day. They talk for 20 minutes. He tells her about growing up in Chicago, about his grandmother who raised him, about learning early that hard work matters, but kindness matters more. Lily tells him about Kendra, about her mother's MS, about trying to keep everything together with duct tape and hope. When Isaiah's break ends, he stands and picks up his trash. Miss Morrison, thank you for the coffee and for... He gestures vaguely at the table, the conversation, the simple act of sitting with him. For seeing me. After he leaves, Lily sits alone for a few minutes. The coffee has gone lukewarm. Around her, the cafeteria buzzes with 100 conversations. But all she can think about is Isaiah's eyes, the way they lit up when she sat down, like she'd given him something priceless. She doesn't know that in his notebook tonight, Isaiah will write, Day 44. Lily Morrison sat with me at lunch, bought me coffee, talked to me like an equal. Real? Yes. I think she's the one. And she just knows that for the first time in months, sitting in that wobbling chair in that crowded cafeteria, she didn't feel quite so alone. 3 days later, the cafeteria is packed. Lunch rush. The smell of reheated pizza and burnt coffee fills the air. Lily sits with Jenna near the windows, picking at a salad she brought from home. Across the room, Isaiah wipes down tables. His movements are methodical, practiced. He's invisible again. People set down their trays and walk away, leaving spills and crumbs for him to handle. Then Derek Morrison walks in, Vice President of Marketing, 38 years old, $500 haircut, a watch that costs more than Isaiah's yearly salary as a janitor. Derek is loud. He's always loud. Right now he's complaining about the valet service to his 2 companions. I'm serious. They scratched my Tesla. A Tesla. Do you know what that costs to fix? His friends laugh on cue. They grab their food and sit at the center table. The best table. Everyone knows it's Derek's table. Isaiah is cleaning 2 tables away. Quiet. Efficient. Derek notices him and something shifts in his expression. A smirk. Like he just thought of something hilarious. Hey, boy! The cafeteria doesn't go completely silent, but it gets quieter. Conversations dip. People glance over. Isaiah straightens up. Turns. Yes, sir? Yeah, you. Come here. Take out my trash. Derek hasn't eaten yet. There is no trash. His tray sits in front of him, untouched food still wrapped. Isaiah doesn't move for a second. Then he starts walking over. Lily's hand freezes on her fork. Jenna whispers, "What is he doing?" Derek pushes his chair back, sprawling, taking up space. He points at the trash can 15 feet away. Actually, you know what? Take the whole can out. It's probably full. That's what we pay you for, right? One of his friends snickers. Dude, the can's not even full. Derek grins. Don't care. Boy, I gave you an order. The word hangs in the air. Boy, not man, not sir, not even excuse me. Boy. Lily's face goes hot. She looks around the cafeteria. 50 people. 50 people watching this happen. Nobody says anything. Isaiah reaches for the trash can. His jaw is tight. His hands are steady. And Lily stands up. Her chair scrapes loud against the tile. Jenna grabs her arm. Lily, don't... But Lily is already walking. Her heart hammers against her ribs. Her hands shake, but she keeps them at her sides. She stops at Derek's table, looks him straight in the eye. His name is Isaiah. Derek looks up, confused at first, then amused. Excuse me? His name is Isaiah, not a boy. Isaiah. The cafeteria is quiet now. Actually quiet. Phones are recording. Lily can see 3 people with their cameras out. Derek leans back in his chair, crosses his arms. And you are? Someone who thinks you can walk 15 feet to that trash can yourself. Derek's smile disappears. His friends exchange glances. One of them looks uncomfortable. You're kidding, right? Derek's voice drops, gets dangerous. You're seriously defending the janitor right now? I'm defending basic human decency. You know who I am? Derek stands up. He's tall, uses it, looms. I'm a VP. You know what you are? Your accounts are payable. You're nobody. Lily's voice shakes, but she doesn't back down. Then I'm nobody who thinks you should say please when you ask someone to do something. Derek laughs. Actually, I laugh. Oh my God, this is insane. You want to get fired for defending the help? I want to work somewhere that treats all employees like human beings. If that gets me fired, so be it. For a long moment, nobody moves. Derek stares at Lily. Lily stares back. Her knees feel weak, but she doesn't sit down. Isaiah stands there, hands still on the trash can, frozen. Then Derek picks up his tray, walks to the trash can himself, dumps it. The crash of dishes echoes. He walks past Lily without looking at her, but as he passes, he says quietly, "You just made a big mistake." His friends follow. The cafeteria erupts in whispers. Lily's legs finally give out. She sits down hard. Jenna grabs her hand. Are you insane? That was Derek Morrison. He can actually get you fired. Lily's hands won't stop shaking. I don't care. But she does care. She cares a lot. She just spent the last 2 minutes putting her job on the line for a man she barely knows. Across the cafeteria, Isaiah is still standing there. When he finally looks at Lily, there are tears in his eyes. He mouths 2 words. Thank you. Lily nods. Can't speak. Just nods. That night, Isaiah sits in his penthouse and watches the video. Someone posted it on the company's internal social media. Woman stands up to VP for janitor. 400 views already. The comments are split. Half call Lily brave, half call her stupid. James calls. Did you see it? I saw it. She defended you in front of everyone, put her whole job at risk. Isaiah rewinds the video, watches Lily's hands shake, watches her stand there anyway. She's real, James. This isn't an act. She's actually real. So what now? Isaiah closes his laptop, stares out at the city lights. Somewhere down there, Lily is probably terrified, probably wondering if she'll have a job tomorrow. She defended him and might lose everything. He can't let that happen. James, I need you to do something. Anonymous. Untraceable. I'm listening. Her sister, Kendra Morrison. She got into a state university. Full academic scholarship, but no housing. I need you to set up a grant. $4,000 for housing. Another $2,000 for books and expenses. Call it the... He thinks. The Susan Morrison Memorial Education Fund. Her mom's not dead. I know, but it sounds better. Make it look like a legitimate nonprofit. Kendra applies. Kendra gets it. No connection to me. James is quiet for a moment. You're falling for her. She stood up for me when she had nothing to gain and everything to lose. Yeah, James, I'm falling for her. After they hang up, Isaiah sits in the dark. Tomorrow he goes back to being the janitor, back to being invisible. But now he knows something for certain. Lily Morrison doesn't just see him. She's willing to fight for him. And that changes everything. In her apartment, Lily lies awake. Her phone keeps buzzing. Messages from coworkers. Some are supportive. Some warn her to watch her back. Derek Morrison doesn't forget. She should be scared. She is scared. But when she closes her eyes, all she sees is Isaiah's face. The gratitude. The quiet dignity. The way he thanked her like she'd given him the world. She'd do it again, even knowing what it might cost. She'd do it again. 2 weeks have passed. Lily still has her job. Derek hasn't said a word to her, hasn't even looked at her. But she feels his presence everywhere. The way conversations stop when she enters the break room. The way her supervisor suddenly schedules check-ins about her performance. But something else happens too. Something unexpected. People start talking to Isaiah. Not many, just a few. Rosa from night cleaning sits with him during breaks. Marcus, the security guard, asks about his weekend. Small things. Tiny cracks in the wall of invisibility. And Isaiah and Lily start having coffee together. Not every day. Just sometimes. In the cafeteria during lunch. Or in the lobby before her shift. They talk about books they've read. Places they want to visit. The weather. It's easy. Comfortable. One evening, Lily is leaving late. The lobby is empty except for Isaiah, mopping the marble floors. The building lights reflect off the wet surface like scattered stars. Working late again? Isaiah calls out. Lily smiles. Always. You? Every night. He leans on his mop. Can I ask you something? Sure. Why did you do it? In the cafeteria. You didn't have to. Lily thinks about it. Really thinks. Because it was wrong. What he did. How he spoke to you. And if nobody says anything, it just keeps happening. Isaiah nods slowly. Most people don't see it that way. Most people think keeping quiet is safer. It is safer, Lily admits. But I don't know if I can live safely anymore. They stand in the empty lobby. The city hums outside the glass doors. Car horns, distant sirens. You're different, Miss Morrison. Lily, please, just Lily. Isaiah smiles. It transforms his whole face. Lily then, and I'm just Isaiah. Deal. When Lily gets home that night, Kendra calls. She's crying. Happy crying. Lily, I got a grant. The Susan Morrison Education Fund. It covers housing and books. Everything. I'm going to college. Lily sits down hard on her bed. What? How? I don't know. They said I qualified based on Mom's medical history and my academics. Lily, I'm really going. Lily cries too. Happy tears that turn into exhausted sobs. For the first time in months, something went right. She doesn't know that in a penthouse across town, Isaiah is listening to James confirm the grant went through. She just knows that maybe, just maybe, things are looking up. Friday afternoon. Isaiah finishes his shift early. He's been working up the courage for 3 days. Now, standing outside the accounts payable department, his hands are sweating. He's faced billion-dollar negotiations without flinching. But asking Lily Morrison to dinner makes his heart race. She's at her desk, typing. The afternoon sun comes through the windows and catches her hair. She looks tired, but focused. Isaiah knocks on the cubicle wall. She looks up and smiles. "Hey, Isaiah, what's up?" He stops, starts again. "I wanted to ask you something, and you can absolutely say no. I won't be offended." Lily sits back in her chair. "Okay? Would you want to have dinner with me tomorrow night? Somewhere nice?" The question hangs between them. Lily's eyes widen slightly. A blush creeps up her neck. "Like a date?" Isaiah nods. Can't speak. Just nods. Lily's smile grows. "I'd love that." "Really?" "Really." Isaiah feels lighter than he has in years. "Great. That's great. I'll pick you up at 7? Perfect." He walks away before he says something stupid. Before he tells her that she's the first person in a decade who's made him feel human. Before he ruins it. But he doesn't see Derek Morrison standing by the copy machine. Doesn't see Derek's eyes narrow. Doesn't hear him pull out his phone and start typing. 20 minutes later, Lily is in the break room making tea. The afternoon lull. Most people are in meetings or pretending to work. The break room door opens. Derek walks in with Cassandra from HR and Tom from sales. They're laughing about something. The laughter stops when they see Lily. "Well, well," Derek leans against the counter. "Lily Morrison, I heard some interesting news." Lily's stomach tightens. She doesn't respond, just keeps stirring her tea. "You're going on a date. With the janitor." The way he says janitor makes it sound like a disease. Lily looks up, meets his eyes. "That's none of your business." Derek laughs, actually laughs. "Oh my God, you're serious. You're actually going out with him." Cassandra shakes her head. "Lily, honey, come on. I know you're struggling financially, but dating the help? Really?" "His name is Isaiah." Tom snorts. "What's he gonna take you to, McDonald's dollar menu?" "Maybe he'll mop the floor for you as a romantic gesture." Derek grins. "Very classy." Lily's hands are shaking. She sets down the tea before she spills it. "You're all horrible, you know that?" "We're realistic," Cassandra says. "You're a professional. He's not. People will talk. Let them talk." Derek pushes off the counter. Stands closer. Too close. "You know what I think? I think you're doing this to make a point. About the cafeteria thing, trying to prove something. I'm doing this because I like him." "You like him?" Derek repeats it slowly, mockingly. "You like a guy who cleans toilets for minimum wage. Sure, that makes total sense. He's kind. He's smart. He treats people with respect. That's more than I can say for you." Derek's smile disappears. "Careful, Morrison. You already have one write-up in your file. Keep pushing and you won't have a job to worry about." "Then fire me." The words surprise even Lily, but once they're out, she doesn't take them back. "Fire me if that's what this is about. Fire me for standing up to bullies. Fire me for treating people like human beings. But I'm not apologizing, and I'm not canceling my date." She grabs her tea and walks out. Her whole body is shaking. She can hear them laughing behind her. "She's insane," Tom says. "She's desperate," Cassandra adds. "That's what poverty does to people. Makes them lose perspective." Lily makes it to the bathroom before she starts crying. She locks herself in a stall and sits on the closed toilet lid. The tea burns her hands through the paper cup, but she doesn't let go. What is she doing? Derek is right. Isaiah is a janitor. She's accounts payable. They're both at the bottom of the corporate ladder. What future do they have? But then she remembers Isaiah's eyes, the way he listens when she talks, the way he asks about her day like he actually cares, the way he's never once made her feel small. Her phone buzzes. Text from Jenna. Heard what happened in the break room. You okay? Lily types back, no, but I will be. Outside the bathroom, Isaiah is in the hallway. He heard everything. Not on purpose. He was emptying the trash outside the break room when Derek started talking. Every word was clear through the thin walls. He stands there, mop in hand, listening to them laugh at him, at Lily. Listening to them reduces everything to money and status. His hands grip the mop handle so hard his knuckles go white. 6 weeks. 6 weeks of being invisible, of being treated like dirt, of swallowing his rage and his pride because he needed to know if goodness still existed. And it does. Lily proved that. But now she's paying the price for her kindness. Isaiah pulls out his phone, calls James. I'm done, he says when James answers. Execute the reveal, Monday morning, full board meeting. You sure? That's fast. What happened? They're mocking her for agreeing to have dinner with me. They're calling her desperate and stupid and... His voice cracks. I can't let her suffer for this. I can't. James is quiet for a moment. Okay, I'll set it up. Board meeting Monday, 9 a.m. You're going to walk in there as yourself? As myself. Full disclosure. And James, make sure Derek Morrison is in that room. I want him to see exactly who he's been talking to. Consider it done. Isaiah hangs up, stands in the empty hallway. In 72 hours, everything changes. In 72 hours, the people who laughed at him will know the truth. But right now, he needs to find Lily. He needs to make sure she's okay. He finds her leaving the bathroom, eyes red but head high. Lily? She looks up. Try to smile. Hey, sorry. I'm fine. I heard what they said. Her face crumples. Isaiah, maybe this isn't a good idea. The date. I don't want to make your life harder. Stop. He steps closer. Not touching, just close. They can say whatever they want. I still want to have dinner with you, if you still want to. Lily looks at him. This man in a janitor's uniform speaks like poetry. Who looks at her like she matters? I still want to. Then 7 o'clock, tomorrow. I'll pick you up. After she leaves, Isaiah returns to his mop bucket, continues cleaning, playing his role for 2 more days. But inside, he's counting down to the moment when Derek Morrison's world falls apart. And he's going to enjoy every second of it. Saturday morning. Isaiah sits in his penthouse, staring at his closet. On one side, custom suits, Italian leather shoes, silk ties. On the other, his janitor uniform, worn jeans, thrift store jacket. 2 lives, 2 versions of himself. Tonight he has to choose which Isaiah takes Lily to dinner. He calls James. I need advice. About the reveal? I've got everything ready. Board meeting Monday at 9. Michael Carter will be there, Derek Morrison, the whole executive team. Not about that. About tonight. My date with Lily. James laughs. You're calling me for dating advice? Man, I've been married for 15 years. I'm the wrong person. Do I tell her tonight, before the reveal? Silence. Then James says, What does your gut say? Isaiah looks at his reflection in the window. My gut says she deserves to know before everyone else does, but my heart says I'm terrified she'll hate me for lying. You didn't lie. You just didn't tell the whole truth. That's the same thing. No, James says firmly. Lying is malicious. What you did was self-protection. After Veronica and Amber, brother, you earned the right to be careful. Isaiah runs a hand over his face. She's going to think I was testing her, like she's some experiment. Then explain it. Tell her the truth, all of it. Trust that the woman who stood up to Derek Morrison is strong enough to understand. After they hang up, Isaiah makes his decision. He'll tell her. Tonight. before the reveal. She deserves that much. He showers, shaves, puts on dark jeans and a simple button-down. Nice, but not too nice. He doesn't want to break character yet. Not until they're alone and he can explain everything. At 6:30, his driver drops him 3 blocks from Lily's apartment. He walks the rest, hands in his pockets, rehearsing what he'll say. Her building is old, brick facade, cracked sidewalk, graffiti on the entrance door. He climbs 3 flights. The hallway smells like cooking oil and old carpet. He knocks on apartment 3C. Lily opens the door and Isaiah forgets how to breathe. She's wearing a simple blue dress, nothing expensive. But her hair is down and she's smiling and she looks nervous and beautiful and real. "Hi," she says. "Hi." Isaiah can't stop staring. "You look... wow." She blushes. "It's just a dress." It's not just a dress. They stand there, awkward and sweet. Then Lily grabs her purse. "So where are we going?" Isaiah has reservations at 3 different restaurants. One is 5-star on the Upper East Side. One is cozy Italian in Brooklyn. One is a diner with the best pie in the city. He can't take her to the 5-star place. Not yet. Not while he's still pretending. "How do you feel about pie?" he asks. Lily grins. "I feel very positively about pie." They take the subway. Isaiah insists on paying for her Metro card, $2.75, but Lily argues anyway. They compromise. She'll pay next time. Next time. The words make Isaiah's chest warm. The diner is small and loud and perfect. Red vinyl booths, checkered floors, a jukebox playing Motown. They slide into a booth near the window. A waitress brings menus. "What can I get you folks to drink?" "Coffee," Lily says. "Please." "Same," Isaiah adds. When the waitress leaves, Lily leans forward. "Can I tell you something?" "Anything." "I was so nervous. I almost canceled 3 times. Isaiah's eyebrows raise. "Why?" "Because..." She hesitates. "Because people talk. At work. They think I'm crazy for going out with you. They think I'm desperate or making a statement." Isaiah's jaw tightens. "And what do you think?" Lily meets his eyes. "I think they're idiots. I think you're the first person in years who's made me feel like I matter. Not because of what I can do for you, just because." Isaiah reaches across the table, takes her hand. Her fingers are cold and small and they fit perfectly in his. "Lily, I need to tell you something." She squeezes his hand. "Okay." "Not here. After dinner. Somewhere we can talk privately. But I need you to know, everything between us is real. My feelings are real. There's something you should know about me." Lily's face shifts. Concern. Maybe fear. "Are you married?" "What? No. God, no." "Okay. Then whatever it is, we'll figure it out." The waitress brings coffee. They order burgers and pie. The conversation flows easy. They talk about Kendra's college plans, about Lily's mother, about dreams they've both put on hold. Isaiah wants to tell her right now, wants to confess everything. But for 1 more hour, he wants to be just Isaiah. The man across from Lily Morrison in a diner booth. The man who makes her laugh. The truth can wait 1 more hour. Monday morning, 9 a.m. The Bennett Holdings boardroom sits on the 47th floor. Floor-to-ceiling windows frame the city. A mahogany table stretches 20 feet, surrounded by leather chairs that cost more than most people's cars. 12 board members file in. Michael Carter, CEO of Whitmore Properties, takes his seat. He's nervous. The agenda said emergency ownership review but gave no details. Derek Morrison sits 3 chairs down. He's in his best suit, thinks this might be about a promotion. Cassandra from HR is here. Tom from sales fidgets with his pen. James walks in first. Tall, confident, carrying a leather portfolio. Good morning. Thank you for coming on short notice. Michael leans forward. James, what's this about? Your email said the primary shareholder wanted to address the board directly. That's correct. James checks his watch. He'll be here in 2 minutes. Derek smirks. The mysterious Mr. Bennett. Finally going to grace us with his presence? James doesn't smile. Yes, finally. The room goes quiet. The primary shareholder has been a ghost for years. Silent investor. Nobody's ever met him. Just signatures on documents and wire transfers. The door opens. Isaiah walks in. Not in a janitor's uniform. In a charcoal Tom Ford suit that fits perfectly. A Patek Philippe watch catches the light. His presence fills the room. The board stands automatically. Protocol. Derek stays seated, stares. His brain can't process what he's seeing. That's the janitor. Michael goes pale. Mr. Morrison, that's Isaiah Bennett. Isaiah's voice is calm, cold. CEO and majority shareholder of Bennett Holdings, owner of 73% of this company's stock. Nice to meet you all. Derek's mouth opens, closes. No sound comes out. Isaiah walks to the head of the table, doesn't sit. For the past 6 weeks, I've been conducting an experiment. I worked as a janitor in our flagship property, Whitmore Building, under the name Isaiah Johnson. Minimum wage, night shift. I wanted to test something. How do our employees treat people they perceive as beneath them? Cassandra's hand goes to her mouth. Tom drops his pen. I documented everything, every interaction, every word. Isaiah nods at James, who opens the portfolio and pulls out a tablet. The screen on the wall lights up. Video footage appears. First clip, the Prada woman dumping coffee on Isaiah. That's what they pay you for. Second clip, the man deliberately placing his cup on the floor. Third clip, Derek in the cafeteria. Hey, boy, come here, take out my trash. The word boy echoes in the silent boardroom. Derek's face drains of color. Wait, I didn't know. You didn't know I was your boss? Isaiah's voice cuts like a blade. That's the problem, Derek. You knew I was a human being. You just didn't think I mattered. More clips. The jokes. The bathroom graffiti. Someone deliberately bumping Isaiah. Then the cafeteria confrontation. Full video. Derek calls Isaiah boy, demanding he take out trash that didn't exist. And then Lily standing up. His name is Isaiah. The board watches as Lily defends him. Watches Derek threaten her job. Watches her walk away with her head high. Lily Morrison, Isaiah says quietly. Accounts payable. $42,000 a year. Medical bills in collections. She had everything to lose. And she stood up anyway. He advances the footage. The break room. Derek and his friends mock Lily. The janitor asked you out? What's he gonna take you to, McDonald's? Cassandra's voice. Know your league, Lily. Tom's laughter. The video stops. The screen goes black. Isaiah turns to Derek. 800 employees. I tested them all over 6 weeks. One person passed. One. And you tried to destroy her for it. Derek's hands shake. Mr. Bennett, I apologize. I had no idea. You had no idea who I was, but you knew what you were doing. Isaiah walks around the table, stops behind Derek's chair. You're fired, effective immediately. Security will escort you out. Your severance is void due to conduct violations. And Derek? Isaiah leans down. I'm sending this footage to every company in our network. Your career isn't just over here, it's over everywhere. Derek tries to stand. His legs won't hold him. You can't. This isn't legal. It's completely legal. You signed an ethics clause. You violated it repeatedly. James has the documentation. 2 security guards enter. They stand on either side of Derek's chair. Gentlemen, please escort Mr. Morrison out. Derek stands. His face is red. Tears stream down his cheeks. Please, I have a mortgage, a family. You should have thought of that before you called me boy. Isaiah's voice doesn't rise. Before you made a woman's workplace hell because she showed basic human decency. The guards walk Derek to the door. The entire board watches in silence. Isaiah turns to Cassandra. You're suspended. 2 weeks. No pay. When you return, you'll complete mandatory bias training. If I hear one more ignored complaint, you're done. Understood? Cassandra nods. Can't speak. Tom, same for you. He addresses the full board. Effective immediately, this company has zero tolerance for discrimination. Race, gender, class, job title doesn't matter. We treat everyone like they matter, because they do. Michael raises his hand. Mr. Bennett, I'm sorry. I should have known this was happening. You should have. So here's what changes. Anonymous reporting system, monthly culture audits. Every executive will spend 1 week per year working an entry-level position. He walks to the windows, looks out at the city. I'm calling an all-hands meeting, virtual, every employee, right now. Within 5 minutes, 800 employee screens light up. Isaiah's face appears, live. My name is Isaiah Bennett. Many of you don't know me. I own this company. For the past 6 weeks, I worked alongside you as a janitor. I did this to understand who we are when we think nobody important is watching. In her cubicle, Lily stares at her screen. Her hand covers her mouth. Tears stream down her face. I learned that most of us fail that test, but I also learned that goodness still exists. One person, Lily Morrison, treated me with dignity every day. She defended me publicly. She risked her job. She saw me when I was invisible. The camera zooms slightly. Lily, if you're watching, I'm sorry I wasn't honest about who I was. But everything else was real. Every conversation, every coffee, that was me, the real me. And I'm falling in love with you. The feed cuts. The boardroom is silent. Isaiah turns from the window. The meeting was adjourned. James will send out new policies by the end of the day. Nobody speaks. They file out. One by one. James stays behind. Lily left. Saw her on the security feed running toward the elevator. Isaiah doesn't wait. He's out the door, down the hall, taking the stairs. 47 floors. His leather shoes weren't made for running, but he doesn't care. He bursts into the lobby, sees Lily standing by the revolving door, not crying, just standing there. Lily. She turns. Their eyes meet, and Isaiah realizes he has no idea what to say. The lobby is empty except for them. Morning light pours through the glass doors. Isaiah's chest heaves from running down 47 flights. Lily stands, frozen, purse clutched tight. You lied to me, she says. Her voice is steady, but her eyes are red. I did. For 6 weeks. Every conversation, every coffee. You were lying. Isaiah takes a step closer. She doesn't move away. The person you talked to, that was real. Isaiah the janitor, Isaiah the billionaire, they're both me. I just didn't tell you about the second part. Why? The word breaks. The word, why would you do this? Because I needed to know. Isaiah's voice cracks. I've been engaged twice, both times to women who loved my bank account, not me. I couldn't do it again. I couldn't spend my life wondering if someone saw me or just saw dollar signs. Lily's hands shake. So I was taking a test? Some experiment? No. You were proof that goodness still exists. Isaiah steps closer. 800 people, Lily. In 6 weeks. You were the only one who treated me like I mattered. The only one. I would have treated you the same if I'd known. I know. Isaiah's voice is barely a whisper. That's why I'm in love with you. Lily closes her eyes. Tears spill down her cheeks. I don't know if I can trust you. I know. And I'll spend however long it takes earning that trust back. Isaiah doesn't reach for her. Just stand there. But Lily, every word I said was true. Every feeling was real. The man in the janitor uniform and the man in this suit, same person. And that person is terrified of losing you. Lily opens her eyes. Look at him. Really looks. The expensive suit, the watch, the polished shoes. Then she looks at his face, his eyes, the same eyes that lit up when she brought him coffee. I fell in love with a janitor, she says quietly. I know. Not a billionaire. I know. So if I give you another chance, if I do, I need you to be that person, the one who listened, who made me feel seen. Can you do that? Isaiah's throat tightens. That's who I've always been. The money just got in the way. Lily wipes her eyes. Take a breath. Okay. Okay? Okay. We start over. No lies. No secrets. Just us. Isaiah smiles. Really smiles. Just us. She steps forward, puts her hand in his. Her fingers are still cold, still small, still perfect. Hi, she says. I'm Lily Morrison. I work in accounts payable. Isaiah squeezes her hand. Hi, I'm Isaiah Bennett, and I'm completely in love with you. Outside, the city moves. Cars honk. People rush. Life continues. But in this lobby, time stops. Two people who found each other in the most unlikely way stand hand in hand. Starting over. Starting fresh. Starting honest. 6 months later. Isaiah and Lily stand in the lobby of Whitmore Building, the same marble floors, the same revolving doors. But everything feels different now. They're here to meet the new janitor, Miguel, 22 years old, nervous. It's his first week. Lily walks up to him as he empties a trash can near the elevators. Hi, I'm Lily. What's your name? Miguel looks up, surprised. Miguel, ma'am. Nice to meet you, Miguel. You're doing great work. Isaiah extends his hand. I'm Isaiah. If you ever need anything, my door is always open. Miguel shakes his hand, confused but grateful. Thank you, sir. As they walk away, Lily slips her hand into Isaiah's. She's wearing a simple engagement ring now. Nothing flashy, just perfect. You think he knows? She whispers. That I used to do his job? Probably not, but maybe someday we'll tell him. They step through the revolving doors into the morning sunlight. Isaiah's company has changed. New policies, fair wages, respect woven into every interaction. It's not perfect, but it's better. Lily looks up at him. Ready for the board meeting? With you? Always. She's not just his fiancée now. She's director of employee relations. Earned the position through her work, not his name. The board respects her. The employees love her. As they walk toward the car, Isaiah thinks about that morning 6 months ago, when he was invisible, when one woman saw him anyway. True character shows when you think no one important is watching. But here's the secret. Everyone is important. The janitor, the CEO, everyone. Lily taught him that, and now, together, they're teaching it to the world. One person at a time. When was the last time you saw someone? Really saw them? Share this story if you believe kindness changes everything. Subscribe to Black Tales for more stories of love, justice, and second chances.